Greetings, world and famille. I am Richard,
And I am Gary.
and welcome to
Rocking
Rocking Pandora's
Pandora's
Box,
Box.
baby. Mwah! We love you back, family. Greetings, my brother. How are you today?
I'm very good. How are you, Richard?
I'm doing great. I'm doing wonderful. These ascension symptoms recently have been quite intense, but I can feel the electromagnetic pulsing through me. What about you?
I've been really struggling this week. It feels like my entire crown is on fire, and people can actually put their hands over my head and feel the energy coming off it.
Yeah. No, I get you. I'm someone who never ever has a headache, even in the next day, like hangover. Like I never have a headache. But this week, on the right side, I go, what is this? What's this feeling? Is that what a headache is?
Yeah.
So I think,
Yeah, mine's been on my
pineal.
third eye. Mine's
Yeah.
been here, and
Okay.
it's been really quite bad. I felt quite unwell at times, you know.
Yes, I know. I know. Well, the Schumann's resonance has been off the chart.
It has, it has. It's the seven planet alignment and all the stuff that goes with that, which is really, really powerful and really strong. And we're going to see that again in 2040, which will be a very pivotal year, I can assure you. And that's something we'll go into on the future. But this is the seventh. It's always the sevens, isn't it, with me? You know, the seven suns, the seven
Yes.
signs, seven trumpets, seven everything.
There's an Iron Maiden album, I think it's Sign of the Seven Suns. You know, that it's true, huh? Because seven, isn't it like spiritually speaking? I know I use a lot like sevens and nines, but it's like divine numbers, aren't they?
They are, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
They're very important in Masonic and Judaism religion or Hebrew religion,
Okay.
and also in Christian. I mean, we have the seven chakras, we have the
Ah,
seven
there we
colors of the
go.
rainbow. All the gods were originally sevens. Seven
Right.
days
I
of the
knew it
week.
was important
Yeah,
and I know about the chakras, but I just take it. I never go like one chakra, two chakra. I hate calculating. Oh my God.
but it's just how my brain works. And here we go.
Cheers, world. I love you. Hold on. Ah, yum,
Yum
yum,
yum,
bubble
bubble
gum.
gum.
Woo! It's a bigger cup for my collaborations with Gary because they're longer videos. Because people have commented, it's not the right cup. Where's your regular cup when you talk with Gary? Well, bigger meetings, bigger coffees.
More coffee.
Yes.
I drink tea. I'm English, so I drink
Well,
tea.
yes. Yes, it's true. Are you English? It's like a really black tea.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yorkshire tea, nice and strong, plenty of milk, and then it's lovely. Beautiful.
Now, me, it's a black as midnight coffee, organic black coffee. I love it.
Very nice. Very
Yes, it's my
nice.
food. So, do you have a good show in store for us today, my brother?
Yes. Now, going on from last week's decal with Trump and his granddaughter Dorothy and the Wizard of Oz, and
Yes.
I think was it from memory the words were Nathaniel Rothschild. We've got the
Buckle up,
Nathaniel
Matthew
Rothschild.
Rothschild,
Buckle up. We got the juice.
the juice, the flood.
Right. So
Yes.
that got me thinking because one of my hobbies is money or looking into the finances and stuff. I mean, when you start doing lots of research, you come across all sorts of things, and obviously names like JP Morgan, the Rothschilds, the Rockefellers, and such like, they crop up constantly, as you know. And I was looking into some stuff that I already knew about, and here we have the Dragon's Breath.
Of love as we love you. Well, we're bringing in the Rothschilds. We need a little bit of dragon's blood, huh?
We need some protection when we're talking about them for sure.
Yes,
Now,
yes.
so for ease of the conversation as we go forward in terminology, I think we'll just refer to that lovely little group as the Zionists. How about you? Do you think that's
I
easy?
like that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
often say the Khazarian mafia, but it is one of the same.
Same entity, basically,
Yeah.
isn't it? Yeah, it's all the same. So if we from currently call the dumb elites the Zionists,
Yes. The dumb elites.
we know what we're talking about now. So
Hmm.
so when I'm talking in this one, we'll know now. I've been looking at the Battle of Independence or the American Civil Wars, or a war and the war against Britain, um,
Mhm.
or the UK, which happened in 1812. And I've also been looking at some of the British. I shouldn't really say British because British is a fallacy, and British is actually a takeover of our Zionist lovers because we're actually English or United Kingdom, or we're Scottish or we're Welsh or we're Irish. And Great Britain is actually one of their legality names that removes our rights from us because none of the old rights have got Britain or Great Britain in them. So our constitution in the UK is actually the English constitution or Bill of Rights, and Britain doesn't come into it. So when they start calling us British, that then means that they can take our rights away because there is no legal cover for us.
There they go again.
Sorry for the
These
tangent,
creepy,
but there we go.
those creepy crawlies, huh?
Yeah, yeah. But they're into everything, they
Yeah.
are, quite. Ugh. So anyway, I'm going on a bit, and we'll cover some of this stuff in a second. But I was going on and looking at stuff, and I started looking at the Russian Revolution.
Mhm.
And the Russian Revolution was from 1917 to 1920. And in 1920, when the Russians actually lost and the Bolsheviks took over properly, unfortunately, I don't wish to bring a downer on the proceedings, but they murdered 20 million patriots, which is, quite shocking. And then they went on to carry on murdering far more from that. But that also led to something that I'd never seen before. And that's the Romanov royal family
Mhm.
were very, very friendly with another royal family. And although they were connected to the British royal family, and I can drop some juice on that as well later because they really aren't the British royal family anymore, as we know. But they were connected to the Yugoslavian royal family. And I'm going to say this wrong, and I've written it down, but I am going to get it wrong. And it's the Karageorgi, and I've just butchered it completely. It's Kardjordje. So if anyone wants to look it up and try and figure out how to say it properly, and I do apologize if we have any Slovakians or Croats or I can't even get it there, Serbs in
You tripped
attendance.
on your tongue.
Oh, my teeth! I need to put my teeth back in properly, I tell you. But fundamentally, the old Yugoslavia had its own royal family, and the Romanovs were very friendly with them. Now, in 1910, they met, I think, for a wedding, and in 1914, stroke 15, they also met for some social events. Now, I came across a rumor recently
Yes.
about somebody who could be important. Now, who do you think that could be, Richard?
Are we talking about someone important in today's day and age?
We are.
Melania Trump.
You got it. Because I've got goose on the feathers.
The flesh of the goose.
That's the one. I'm useless, aren't I?
But that's no, that's good. I like that. The what did
The
you
goose
say?
of the feathers. Goosebumps.
It
But they're
works.
feathers.
It works. The flesh of the feathers. I love it.
So yeah, because that led on to the Trump and the Dorothy decals of the fact that the Rothschilds could be in trouble.
Right. Yes, yes, I see it.
Because what you're audience may not understand is that the Bolsheviks were funded by the Zionists.
There we go. Okay. I see where you're going.
And the Communist Party of Russia was funded by the Zionists.
Oh, I got a feeling you got a bag load of information for us today, buddy. It smells so good.
So, there's two questions that come to mind.
Okay.
And the first one is the big one. Is Melania Trump a direct bloodline relative of the Romanovs? Because, bear this in mind, people, that over the past, the royal families would quite regularly swap children over to protect them so that if something happened to the royal family in that region, their bloodline would continue. And I'm getting
yes
again, the flesh of the goose.
Well, Farrah Fawcett nipples this time.
Oh, wow. Lucky Farrah. Woo!
One of the same, right? It's a reaction.
Yeah. But it was relatively common back in the day for children to be swapped and changed around. And there is actually a story that Prince Harry was swapped as a child after Diana's death. And that's quite an interesting one if you guys want to research that. But yeah, so I think there could have been some shenanigans going on in the background. I mean, particularly because the royal family at that time and around that period would have known that the Bolsheviks were a threat. These people weren't stupid. They've been in power for a long time. I mean, I think, 1613, the Romanov family came into power. And that would have been the end of the Tartarian reign.
Yes.
So the Romanovs are Tartarian, and we know the Zionists hate Tartaria with a passion. And that's part of the reason why Dresden was bombed off the face of existence, because Dresden was a working Tartarian town or city that had free technology that was still working from that period. So we have precedent in history where we can read between the lines and see this. So, is Melania Trump a direct?
Herself, Oversoul in Universe is the beauty queen, feline extraordinary. I mean, she's absolutely gorgeous, this woman. But you know what, Gary? It's happening. Like
Tartaria, even.
Thank you.
Tantaria. Would you like my teeth?
My teeth are big enough. Tantaria. You know, she is still around, right? And she is on the major platform right now. And I do feel and believe that all free energy is back online, sparking up, and it's a return to it. As our beloved Honey C. Golden often speaks about, right? There is something. So yes, of course, I always have a magazine close to me, but this queen right now, being on the spotlight right now, and the return of that old world, it just makes sense. It makes so much sense. Sorry, I stray. You know.
No, that's beautiful. I love it.
Look, we're talking about the Zionists. Oh, because my cars have heard the whole conversation. But right now, let's zoom in. With Melania Trump be tied to Tartaria, is what you asked?
Tartaria and the Romanovs.
And the Romanovs. Okay, yeah, let's see.
The bloodline of the Romanovs.
Okay, that's too much. They are in a rush. Higher Self Oversoul in Universe. Let's follow Gary's question. So, Miss Melania Trump tied to the Romanovs and Tartaria. Was just shown images. I don't know what it has to do with it. I saw dolphins. Don't know what it means. All right, let's rock and roll. All right, first in line, Gary Familia. So yes, this is a soft yes with the page of Pentacles coming in the background. It is a yes, but that's in the background. Could have been when she was a child. This is a little one. And you were talking about the flipping, the switching in order to protect.
Yeah, in the early
Next in line.
1900s.
Oh, but she is off-world energy. And this is what I've gotten on a reading I did on Melania in the past. She's definitely off-world, okay? She's not just a regular mortal or no. And then, oh, as above, so below, as within, as without, as you have just done a video with your new collaboration that I watched this morning. You were talking a lot. What's his name?
That's Meten, which is Plutonic Planes.
Awesome video. I'll put the link, Femi, under here because there's so much information in that. But I stray again, as I usually do. So as within, as without, and also talking about being present for a movie being played out in the now moment. So she is here for something very grueling coming to an end. Tens or endings, her heartbeat. She is military. That's also what I got. Off-world military. I don't think she's just the wife of President Trump. There's more to her. Could she be seen like as a protector on top of being in love with them? I say yes. But I mean, there's much about her. So there's so many yeses here. Again, my off-world energy, the Six of Cups. Why off-world? Because we got the giant being very generous to the regular-sized mortal. All cups about emotion, filled to the brim with flowers, which is something that thrives. So it's an off-world generosity in the future. So she is here to help reevaluate everything that has come to pass, NB as in RV. And then look at her like a restored republic. So I know what your question is, but I'm getting more of a download and message about her. And again, what did I say? She's military. The Chariot, being the fastest card of the deck, is also about fast moving, about justice, or, you know, like alliance, white hats. And when it's about justice, about duality from dark to light. She's of no small importance. If I was her, I'd wear spike heels so that she could actually be taller. Okay? I know he's very tall, but like it feels like she is royalty. Okay, so there's this feeling in the clarifying about imprisonment. This could be in the beginning of your question about where she came from, her lineage, the switch of. There was an execution, probably imprisonment at one point. Then, so she was a kid, an offering, a little one again at the heartbeat. Little one's emotions. Oh, there is much here. There is so much here. And she is for the little ones. I think that is her number one mission. That's what I've always tapped into. The goddess, Melania Trump. And in a time of being stuck in the fear of the unknown, blind to the information in back of us. Let's go see. I got Trump in the golden right here under deck. Let's see what else I can get. I mean, I should have done just a 3 card, but I felt compelled, Gary, to go on.
No, I think it's right to do so.
She is off-world energy. This is another off-world coming in to enlighten us after a slumber, a dark night of the soul. It is like in the movie The Fog, right? It's like the lighthouse, okay, calling to all the sailors at sea. Then at the center, in regards to illusion, delusion, smoke and mirrors, and or death. And then we end with the sun. Wow. Okay, Melania Trump is like a big deal. So is Barrian. And I think both of them might have a bigger purpose, a bigger deal than our beloved President Trump. I know what it could sound like, guys, but I'm just talking. This is all preordained. There's a reason. It is back to Great Tantaria. She is off-world to enlighten in a time of great confusion, passing in death to bring in a restored republic. She's definitely off-world. And the answer to all your questions is a yes.
Well, I mean, I will give you a sneak thing. I did when that question came about, and I have to give a shout out to my partner because she's come up with another question of this one, which I thought was absolute genius. But my pendulum did actually say that she was involved in that. But obviously, a pendulum just saying yes doesn't give you any information or the meat on the bones, as it were, and that's it. So this then leads to a secondary question that was, if that's correct, right? Is Melania the only child from the Romanovs that's about currently? Because if there's more of them, because I'm getting the arms going again,
I think there's more.
if there's more of them, then what positions do they hold? That's really interesting.
Okay, so let's try this. I'm gonna make it shorter this time around. Were you finished?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not like interpeding on I don't
Not
want to
at
say
all.
okay.
Not
Okay.
at all.
So let me see. So let's do it short. Is there any other like relatives, like lineage relatives to the beauty queen of Melania Trump, the first lady, queen of Tantaria? She's off world. She is something bigger than just a first lady.
Well, this also comes to mind that the Zionists were for a very long time looking for the lineage of Christ, the bloodline of Christ.
Yes.
But what if they weren't looking for the bloodline of Christ? And what if they were looking for the bloodline of the Tartarian royal family of the Romanovs?
Wow. Okay. So I do have, in regards to her, in a time of something very grueling, almost coming to an end, but it is a yes to your answer. And then we do have Gaia that comes in, like the queen of Earth, Mother Earth. It's also a yes. Then we do have the Queen of Cups, the emotional queen, which is a maybe. I got 2 yes out of 1 maybe. So the maybe I'm just tapping into, like,
there could be other children, but it's not necessarily as important as her, or they don't know who they are.
Because this is the mother here. Like there could be more than just 1 or 2. The first card is a 9. I'm not going to say it's a 9, but it feels like more. Let me see. Death. 4. Okay, then the alpha. So that could be like a 1 added. We're on to something here. We're definitely on to something else. I'm going to need, so that we can preserve, our minutes. Let's go for the big guns. Okay, let's grab Black Obsidian. Black Obsidian. Yes, you're online, and you know how I love you. You're so masculine and strong. Because I've been giving a lot of attention to Sally lately, and this guy's been a little bit like,
you don't want jealousy.
Me.
You don't want jealousy.
Well, he's flexing his muscles, right? All right. So in regards to Melania and everything that we're talking about, okay. So would it be accurate that indeed there is that flipping or switching of families, and then she would be like a survivor, and she would not be the only survivor related to the Romanovs family, which is related to Great Tantari? There are more. Okay. Is there one more? I know it's going to be a no. So changing gears, changing channels. Is there 2? 3? 4? Okay, hold on. We're going at the heartbeat. I did have 4. 5?
And swords are sort of secrets almost as well, aren't they?
This one is very secretive, unbeknownst to most. So that's why I'm almost wondering, are we pushing it because of that? But are we pushing it, Black Obsidian? Okay, so... Okay. We're on the verge, okay, because it's not landing. So, okay, yeah, see it say on the verge. I'm going to call that there's 4 of them.
Yeah. Now, isn't that interesting? well, I mean, yeah, I mean, Melania was kind of a punt, but the fact that there could be four of them, and that kind of makes you wonder if, like, the Kennedy that disappeared could be one of them. Was he really a Kennedy?
You're talking about which one? Junior?
Yeah, Kennedy Jr.
Right.
And because they keep getting real flesh of the, because they keep saying
Oh,
that he's behind in the background, still alive, pulling strings. Now,
you can keep talking.
yeah, no, I just wonder, is Kennedy Jr. the one that died in the plane crash?
Or
No,
supposedly.
or supposedly, is he Tartarian or Romanov connection?
Okay, this is a no answer.
And wouldn't they give a no answer if we were kind of pushing too much?
Going to a yes. Because I think this is the kind of information my brother Gary that is about to come out. So I know me as a mystic. It's like I do know the telltale signs, like the art of war, right? Like sometimes some things have to be kept for a specific time.
Yeah,
And then when like people like me, you, us, we could like get in the way a little bit because then it goes out and then say, oh shit, we don't have that card anymore. And Black Obsidian seems to be agreeing with all this.
yeah.
Is there any way that I am wrong, baby? No, it's gonna go to a no. I can feel it. Nope. So,
We need to stop pushing on that one.
well, on the Kennedy thing, yes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
there's
but that does leave some real good juice for the future,
yeah.
and it's always nice to have that crack of the door open with the old light coming in, because you can see there's a bit of light coming in, but you're not quite sure.
Yes, let the sun shine in.
Well, the light destroys the dark, and it always has done, and it always will do.
It does. And that's why, like, yes, yes. And that's why this smile, although I'm a rock and roll guy, this smile will always shadow the darkness. Check it out. Bing!
What do they say? Every time you smile and laugh, you kill a demon.
I believe that absolutely because demons are happiness, like, just haters. They are. But I'm not afraid of demons. I never really was. Like they got nothing on me. I've encountered demons. They go, get out of my way. Because The Exorcist doesn't exist, guys. There's no head spinning.
It's a story.
That's bull.
But it's another very good way, if you understand that all TV and media and film is controlled by the same dumb elite Zionists that we're currently talking about, kind of thing,
Yeah, yeah.
that they would put in to the psyche things that are not true to create fear so they can feed off the loosh.
Absolutely. Feed off the loosh and repel, like make us repel something and not investigate or use our inner knowing. Because the truth is always in here. It's not in there. It's not on a cloud.
No,
Yeah,
no.
yeah. No. It's
So,
all in here.
gosh, so where do we go from there? That's really, really interesting.
Well, I think we could keep like I don't know, like how else can we go like without pushing it like on Melania, and I don't know. Where do you want to go?
Well, I mean, I've done an awful lot of research on sort of things that are involved in um, the monetary side of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And currently, the Federal Reserve is very much in the news with Doge and the money in Fort Knox. And you've done previous readings on that, which have been very clear and very interesting. But I have a thing where I think we have a link to some other event that was very, very interesting that has some tie-in, which is very much in the psyche for everybody. Now, the Bolsheviks took over Russia, killed the Romanovs. but there's a reason why they did that in the late 19 or early 1900s, 1916, 17, 18, 20, when they were involved fully in the takeover. How about a little bit of, we've only got about 9-10 minutes to go. So how about a little bit of history that then takes us on to something that I think will be a really good part 2 to this.
I love it.
Right. Now, during the Battle of Independence, the North versus the South in America, which started in, what was it, 1775, I think. And in 1776, the Americans declared independence on the 4th of July. But the war was still going on and was far from won. Now, they declared independence when the war carried on until actually 1783, which is a long time to have declared independence. And this is also connected to the Romanovs. If you were going to declare independence from the UK or the British or the English or whatever way you want to do it, or the Zionist controllers, you would need a backing. You would need a partner. Was that partner the Romanovs?
Ooh. Let's see.
So I think this will be the last. This will be the last reading we have time for, and then I think we're going to have to go to a part 2 because you're going to really like where I'm going.
Oh, we're going for a part 2, and I can't wait to love where you're going with this. But I love every second of it. So I'm going to do just easy here. I'm going to try to ask Higher Self, Oversoul, and Universe. Just answer Gary's question right here about the Romanovs in 3 cards. Let's see what I can get in 3 cards. One more shuffle. Let's rock and roll. This one wanted to be left. Okay, so the first one that stayed on the counter is the moon. It's a no, but it could be about secrets. I'm not done. Let me go on. Then a moving out of troubled waters. Secrets, moving out with that information out of troubled waters. That is a yes. Then we got the lovers united. It's a yes. So I'm going to say yes.
Now, the moving out of troubled waters, Richard, is really, really interesting. Because what you don't know is the reason why America won the War of Independence as such from the British is because the Russian fleet blockaded the ports from the British.
Okay.
And that significance of the card of moving out of troubled waters,
yes,
is, and my arms are going, is the Russian fleet blockaded the ports and stopped the British Navy supplying the British-backed side of the battle of the War of Independence, so America could maintain its independence, because the Russians knew that if America fell to the Zionists, they were next. And that's not in the history books very often seen, but I can assure you that's bang on.
I've never heard this, but yet I resonate strongly to it. So, you know, going from like very secretive and like manipulations.
But that pact would be very secretive, wouldn't it? I mean, the Americans would not want the Zionists to know that they were being backed by the Romanov family and Russia.
Yeah, it does feel absolutely accurate, huh? Because this one also, the lovers, has a lot of significance, right? And it could talk about anything at any time in our time and space, about a form of something that governs over, you know, so secrets moving out of troubled water over like a government kind of thing.
Yeah.
Sally has to come out. She's screaming at me. All right, Sally. So, yeah, this is accurate. Because she heard the whole question. Well, rock it like you mean it. Thank you. Is there any way that we are wrong on this? Changing gears, changing channel, and it's a no. And you know, no means no, don't you know? So it's a
No, it's a
yes.
sentence.
Yes. It's a yes. You're on point.
So the history that I've looked into and come across,
Yes.
now this has implications of why the Zionists created the Bolsheviks to take out the Romanovs, because the Rothschilds lost a lot of money during that war.
I really despise them.
So that would then tie into the decal of Trump and Dorothy that we did.
Yes.
Can you see where my brain's going on this?
Love it.
But I haven't even got into the juice yet because there's more juice. Okay.
Wow.
Now we've only got 3 minutes or so to go before we wind up. So if we're going to do a part two, shall we just leave a cliffhanger?
Well, yes, we should.
And then we'll go on to part two and we'll do the part two.
Uh-huh.
And then everybody can look forward to the part two the following week. Okay.
I love it.
The Titanic.
Yes, 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 yes. We have to go into the Titanic.
I have proper goosebumps now. The Titanic is a key point in time that explains this, but I will also be going back into American history, into the 1812 War of Independence, where America, or Great Britain again, declared war on America because of what had gone on. And I'm going to tell you all about that next week as well.
She's excited. Wow, this is gonna come really full circle.
Yeah, I do like a nice circle of information to come
Well,
around.
of course you would. Of course you would. I get that. But you know, like even like we still got a few minutes, I think.
Yeah. We've got a couple of minutes. Yeah.
Okay, so you know, like Mandela effect. Like I've witnessed pretty much all the Mandela effects that I've ever seen, whether it be Febreze or when God created like you said in your video, all the Star Wars, Empire Strikes Back, the Warriors. What was it? Like come out and play, but then it can come out to play. It's like,
yeah.
like I see them
so many.
But there was one massive one with the Titanic as well. I remember seeing clippings where no one drowned.
And that was the press release that went out initially because they did not believe that anybody would die on the Titanic because it was unsinkable. And you just got a flash of light there. You just had an auto in front of you, I think.
Yeah. Okay, so you think that that was not a Mandela effect, but that they pre-released? Oh, okay. Right.
I think this is typical Zionist control of the media at work.
Oh, the creeps, huh?
Well, their time is up.
Oh, it's so
I know.
What's that name of that creep? Raphael? No.
Yeah.
Nathaniel.
Yeah. Anyway, next week we shall catch up on this. So goodbye, everybody.
We love you so much. Be good. Be kind to yourself from Rocking Pandora's Box. We love you.
Bless you guys. Bye.
Bye.